So I started working in a warehouse last August, and if you've ever worked in a warehouse, you know how loud they can get. So I decided to get myself some, wireless earbuds, and around that time, Samsung released their Galaxy Buds Pros. So I ended up getting one, and this is my experience, my review, my overall thoughts after using these beautiful devices for a year. The Galaxy Buds Pro is easily the best earphones I've ever had. They're loud, the audio quality is amazing, the ANC is great, and it's scary how the quality of the audio carries over to 2022 because these buds are still one of the best sounding earbuds in this year. The Buds Pros get really loud, really loud, and you know what's funny? They don't actually lose that much quality the louder you get compared to something else I'm going to mention later on in the video. If you're into bass, then these buds will surely put a smile on your face because they're really good with bass, and it's really deep and punchy. You can feel it in your ears and your head. My brother has the Airpods Pro, and when I got my Buds Pro, obviously I had to compare the two. Is that teching me, isn't it? So I got my brother's Airpods Pros, stuck one of them in my left ear, and got my Buds Pros and stuck one of them in my right ear. I played a couple songs and I noticed something interesting. The Airpods Pro get louder than the Buds Pro. It's a noticeable difference. The Buds Pro do sound quieter than the Airpods Pro. But what's crazy is that the louder the Airpods Pro get, the more audio quality you lose. Whilst my Buds Pro stayed quite consistent from 0 to 100%. The AirPods Pro at max volume just sound washed out. I'm not sure if something can look washed out, but I'm going to describe it as sounding washed out. It just sounded low quality, lower quality than usual. The bass was like 5 to 10 times much better on the Buds Pro than on the AirPods Pro. That AirPod was just terrible with bass, in my opinion. My Buds Pro has a more punchier. You can feel the bass a lot more than that on my brother's AirPods Pro. I'm not sure if they've improved things on the second gen, but I'm talking from experience from using the first gen AirPods Pro. The bass was just not the best. Samsung did mention that they've put in different new drivers in the Buds Pro when they were announcing it, and that is really noticeable because you can tell the difference in quality between the previous Buds that they released and the Buds Pro. That Pro name actually deserves to be there, unlike some other products in the market nowadays. You can get different audio styles through the app system. You've got dynamic, bass boosted, and a bunch of other stuff that I can tweak and play around with. If you're this far into the video, then it shows you're enjoying it, so hitting that subscribe button down below will show you appreciation and help the channel out a lot in so many ways. The battery on the Buds Pro is what I would consider okay and bang average. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'll give it a 7. I might even bring it down to a 6.5 because you get 4 hours of listening time with ANC on, and you get to charge your Buds Pro 2 more times if it's sticking in the case. I always find myself wanting more battery life out of my Buds Pro, which is why I'm giving it such a low number of 6.5, because I feel like they can do better and make it more efficient, and which I'm hoping they did with the second gen Buds Pro. But I always find myself wanting more charge, so that's why I'm giving it such a low score. In fact, I think that my battery might have even gotten worse because at the start of when I first got the Buds Pro, I used to be able to charge them 2 full cycles after they went dead. So I got three sessions of 4 hours of listening time. But now, if I put my Buds Pro in my case, fully charged, and I take him back out, my case goes from fully charged to almost dead. Like the LED light goes from green to red, which is quite concerning because it never used to do that. And this is only after a year of use. So if the capacity of my Buds Pro's case has halved in a year, that is weird. That is weird, yeah. It might be my usage though, and how I charge it, how I handle it, how I do this, that. So not everyone have the same experience as me, but this is my review and this is me talking about my experience with my Buds Pros. Overall, the battery has been average standard for me. I do expect it to get better in next generations. Overall, this is the first generation of the Pro model of Galaxy Buds that Samsung has released. So I do expect things to get better in the future. The active noise cancellation on my Buds Pro is not the best, but it's also not the worst. I would give it a rating of above average. They can do better, such as the AirPods Pro, because that is just next level of active noise cancellation. What is weird for me though is because the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro have a better seal around the ears than the AirPods Pro, so you'd expect them to have a better ANC, but they don't. Apple somehow worked some software magic to fix all this. It's a bit, impressive from Apple. The transparency mode or ambient mode on the Buds Pro does its job. I like how they sound, and I like how easy it is to switch between the ANC and the ambient mode back and forth just by a single long press on your ear. So I like what Samsung did with the ANC and the transparency mode, because again, let me mention, I don't have a lot of I haven't had a lot of earphones in the past. The Galaxy Buds Pro is my first proper high-end headphone, so this was my first ever time experiencing active noise cancellation, and I would say that the Airpods Pro did have better ANC, but when it came to transparency mode and ambient mode, they were quite similar, and they both do the jobs good. Nothing to complain there. In conclusion, should you get the Galaxy Buds Pro in 2022? I would say if you're on a budget, then yes, it's a really good buy. Like, it's a steal basically. They're so discounted now because the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros have come out. So yeah, if you're on a budget, get this because they sound amazing. The ANC is great. The ambient mode is great. Everything about it is great, and you get it for a good deal as well. But if you really like sound and you really like the latest and greatest, then get the Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. Nothing wrong with that. Watch this video here to see my previous review on the Galaxy Buds Pro with different opinions. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, it's going to be the first link in the description. And I'll catch you in the next one.